What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to Orcs Must Die 3. We are making our way through the Rift Lord campaign, and next up is the Colosseum. Let's go get 5 skulls. Now, before we jump in, I just wanted to say, I know some people have been waiting for me to release this video. I've been purposely waiting because I wanted to record a fresh run after the update that changed saw blade launchers and the ceiling laser. That update hit Steam earlier yesterday, and this video was recorded after that update hit. So the basic strategies for the Colosseum have actually changed a little bit, and they're back to an older strat that we used to use. Alright, now what I was referring to is previously kind of the meta here was to just barricade across and then let all of the enemies just run around back behind here and get destroyed. Now, that doesn't seem to be working quite as well anymore, so I'm actually going back to the old Stadia strategy, where you would double barricade right here to soak up some of those fire elementals, and that leads us to the 3 real challenges of this map. The very first one is there are tons of gnolls, gnoll hunters, gnoll grenadiers, gnolls to make your life miserable at every twist and turn. So, one thing about gnolls, if you're fighting gnolls on high ground, even someone who has aim as glorious as myself can still headshot gnolls with a little high ground. They do have a very large hitbox when you're looking at them from higher ground. So, right here on these stairs is an ideal place to fight gnolls. Now, also remember, gnolls come right after the player. With that in mind, they're worth 0 rift points. So some call it a little cheesy, but you can just run behind the rift. The gnolls will run in, and it will cost you nothing. So if you don't like fighting gnolls, that is your strat. Come down back behind the rift. You can play on Cygnus and Feign Death, anything, and the gnolls will just run into the rift and cost you no rift points. Now, the second main challenge is there are mountain trolls and armored ogres, so we needed a heavy hitter in the mix. For that, we're bringing the wall charger with stun. Now, the wall charger is lightning damage, and boy, those armored ogres just do not like lightning damage, that's for sure. And then that brings us to challenge number 3, and that is there are massive amounts of elementals. There is a ton of fire elementals. Fire elementals, of course, want to blow up your stuff. So that is the concept of what we're going to go with, is just dealing with and preparing for the massive fire elementals. We're going to be bringing along the Stone Staff, the Jar of Ghosts, the Mana Rage Trinket, the Trap Reset Trinket that heals barricades on use. This is going to be very helpful, and we're still going to lose a ton of barricades. I got the Saw Blade Launcher with Bleed. I've got the Wall Charger with Stun, some Ceiling Lasers, barricades that take reduced damage, brimstone with arcane damage, and then the tar trap. Now, we're going to spawn camp it for the first wave here. We're going to set up right here. However, we are going to want to be in a position to sell everything at the end of the first wave. Now, we're going to sell everything except 1 barricade. If you leave 1 barricade here, it kind of gives you a little bit of a dummy barricade for a future Cobalt Sapper wave. You can sell it and take the coin, or you can just leave it here for the future. I'm going to try to sell everything but that. Now, of course, it's a 3-second window. If you don't get everything sold, don't sweat it. Just leave the stuff here. It's still going to get a little damage in for you. But let's go ahead and get things started. Since we are wanting to sell, we're wanting to keep things right here. Now, one important thing to note is this build doesn't really smooth out until Wave 3. It's a little sweaty in Wave 1, it's a little sweaty in Wave 2. So with that in mind, you want to make sure you have your trinkets ready to go in Wave 2. So if you feel like you need to use them in Wave 1, pop them early. Now, the Jar of Ghosts, of course, has a very short cooldown, so that's kind of an easier one. However, your Mana Rage and your Trap Reset Trinket, those seem to take about forever, so I'm going to try to not use those for the first wave. You will have some runners, so you want to be pay attention to those and make sure you're dealing with those bads. And then we just want to kind of burn them up and just stay as close to this area as possible. If we get pushed back a little bit, it's not the end of the world. As you see, we've actually got another Jar of Ghosts open and ready to go already. We can pop it as well and give us a little assist. But as soon as the wave ends... Oh, and see, I missed a saw blade launcher. That's okay, though. We'll just leave it there, and we're going to come down here and barricade off this area like so. Now, this is going to force everything over to this area, and here is where we're going to set up our little barricade cushion. Now, we're going to go mad saw blade launchers, and every saw blade launcher you want pointed towards the entrance of the kill box, except the very first one. The very first one, you want it pointed in. So as soon as we get back up to 1,000 coin, we're going to drop a wall charger in right up above to help us with some of the damage here. Now, remember, it's gonna be a sweaty experience here until you get it built out. So pop all your stuff. Use it all right now. Don't sweat it one bit. So all your trinkets are here for a reason. Make sure you're using them and get through all these bads. So burn your mana like crazy and then use your mana rage trinket. You know, that's what it's there for, to be able to really use your abilities. Now, you do have a good, strong chance of death here, so you want to make sure that you are ready to go as far as pushing back into the lane if you get wrecked. And yeah, we got wrecked, so we're going to have to push back into the wave. Now, the biggest travesty here of getting overrun is not that we got overrun. The biggest travesty is we just lost a bunch of part-time. And the part-time can be close on this one, no doubt. We're just going to continue to build it out. Let's get some CC in there. And then, you know, we're going to go ahead and, you know what? Let's just go ahead and start on that barricade wall. So we're going to go another row of 3 here. Now, in the very third wave, there are going to be a bunch of firelings that come from the bottom here. If you just jump down and stone staff around and then shoot those firelings, you're going to save yourself a huge headache. So definitely keep an eye out for the firelings there. Let's go ahead and go with another brimstone right at the end. And we'll just continue to build the kill box out. From this point on, we're just going to be managing the packs right here. Now, we will build a little bit of upfront damage. We're going to get set up for Cobalt Sappers, as there's going to be some Sappers that are coming. We do have the Rift right here, and with that in mind, you can shoot into the Rift, or shoot into the kill box all the way from the Rift. So if you do need to drop back for some heals, you can just plug away, I'll learn to speak today at some point, into the kill box the entire time you're shooting out there. Now, our barricades took a bunch of damage. Our trap reset isn't up yet, but as soon as it does come up, I'm going to want to pop it and heal those barricades. So we're just going to keep fighting it out here in wave number 3, and we just want to burn enemies as quick as possible. There's a mages, too. I forgot to mention the mages. Oh, mages are just irritating as all hell. Now, we were able to save our trap reset trinket just by going ahead and selling that. Here's another important thing of note. Anytime you're anywhere in the game, you always have to have 2 tiles, which is the width of a normal barricade for enemies to pass through. If you don't have that, they are going to want to smash through your barricades. So make sure you've got that 2 tiles there. So, like in this situation, we have to bring the barricade out half a tile. And look at the damage that got popped onto that guy. Oh, yes. Now, I mentioned we're going to have some sappers. The first row of sappers is going to come out in wave 5. So with that in mind, we're just going to go ahead and set up a few ceiling lasers in preparation for them. So I've got 2 of them up there. I'll probably put 1 more just to be safe, and then that should handle all of those sappers that are going to come out of the top lane. Let's go ahead and get 1 more up there. And yeah, ceiling lasers for the win. That should help out. Now we're going to do the same thing to this lane up top, but we don't need to worry about that quite yet. And then we're going to put in a little up front kind of filter, so to speak, down below. Now, what that's going to do is really help thin the herd in that lower lane. So right now, we just want to collect up some coin and just burn through the bads as quick as we can. Part-time can be an issue on this one, so if you got that pesky archer that just wants to shoot and shoot and shoot at you, make sure you go shoot him, because if not, he's going to be a pain in the butt. So we are going to go ahead and set up a little kill box over here, just something like that. By blocking this side, all the enemies are going to be forced around down there, so that is going to save the day there. Now, as you see, It's Knoll time. Oh, yeah. Now, the Knoll grind here will be real as we get through. Yeah, there's going to be Knolls. So, we want to keep an eye out for those. The yellow diamonds on the minimap, of course, are the Knoll Grenadiers. And those are just huge, massive pains in the booty. So, make sure you're dealing with them. Whether it's letting them go into the rift or whether it's killing them, it's up to you. Just make sure you are dealing with them, though. I think I'm just going to let this one come to me here. Be a little easier here if I get them on the stairs. Or get them just in that high ground. We got some troll action. Let's go ahead and get a little zap right at the end of the row there for that troll. And then we can continue to build out. Now, you never want to let your coin go too low. Like, I let mine go a little bit low here now, but I've got my barricade cushion already set up, so I'm not going to sweat it too bad. Another thing is, you're planning for this area to take all this elemental damage. So with that in mind, don't kill the elementals outside of there. Wait till they're coming into here, let them get some explosions off, and then pop your trap reset trinket and heal all of those barricades right back up. So, trap reset trinket for the win on this particular map, no doubt about it. And what do we got? We got a couple of Fire Fiends left, and it's GG's. Let's go ahead and drop back down here, get a little bit more damage in. I actually ran out of coin, but I'd love to go with a row of brimstone there as well. You see we got the diamond on the mini-map. That, of course, yellow diamond means Knoll Grenadier. You want to keep an eye out for them. Luckily, we've got the rift right here to heal us, but oh yeah, we got mad Knoll action on this one. There is just tons of Knolls coming, so we're going to keep the high ground on them and just make sure to wreck these Knolls up. As you see there, we've got dynamite archers once again, those little lovelies, so yeah, we're going to want to make sure we're dealing with those. Now, we got another Grenadier making his way in. Grenadiers are just no joke, y'all, so make sure you're paying attention to them, particularly if you're hanging out near your barricades. They just will destroy it, that's for sure. Now we got another Knoll here. Oh, man, and we got a troll that pushed through. He's pretty squished, though, so let's come on up in here. Let's pop our Jar of Ghost. You see I've got a barricade really low, but my trap reset trinket isn't ready yet, so that barricade's just going to be lost, there's no doubt. However, we have got plenty of coin to slap it back down, so it's gone. Let's just replace it right now. And then, I mentioned ceiling lasers over here. Let's go ahead and get a couple of those up. And we're looking pretty good here. We've got 7 minutes and 50 seconds left, which is a little bit close, I think. We've got 3 more waves. So, I mean, hopefully we're able to get through this wave quickly. I'm going to just come back here and just shoot into the kill box. And the reason being is I don't want any archers hitting me and getting feared away because I've got the Jar of Ghost. I want just everything to come in and die. Real nice for me now. Come die, y'all. It's okay. I think we're good now. And there we go into the next wave. So we're not doing terrible here. Let's go ahead and keep on coming down. So let's go out one more. And then we can go back in with another barricade. Once again, we're going to have everything pointed towards the entrance. So no matter what it is going to be pointed towards the entrance if it is called Saw Blade Launcher. With the exception, of course, of that first one at the front. So let's go ahead and pop a jar. That will help us out a little bit with these ogres coming in. And here come the Knolls, y'all. Did I mention there would be Knolls? Yeah, there's 1 or 2, and we've got no shortage of them this wave as well. So we're just going to kind of chill back here for a second and deal with them as they come in. You see we got yellow diamond. Yellow diamond, of course, means Grenadier. Oh, yeah. Deal with that Grenadier. What else do we have going here? Well, I mean, heck. We got another Grenadier. Oh, my goodness. Now, let's go ahead and pop our trap reset trinket since we've got all these ogres in the kill box. Let's let these guys just really get mashed up good. And then come back on for some heals. We've got that Grenadier again to go deal with. And we've got ogre right at the end of our kill box that is just dying to get popped in the head one more time. We got a little Earthling that somehow made the sneak as well. Now let's go ahead and just continue on. So Another saw blade, another barricade, and I mean, besides ground traps, I just don't see any reason to put any more traps down. In fact, this is quite overkill what I've got here right now. So we're going to drop a jar in there up front, and then I'm just going to keep an eye out for those ranged enemies, I think. The archers can eat your part-time up if you're not careful, because remember, if you're using the Jar of Ghost, every time they shoot you, they are going to get feared away. So that's going to make them run around, and that's just going to eat your part-time apart. So be conscious of that, and make sure you kill the archers when you can. We got what? We got one more elemental coming on in. Come on in, Mr. Elemental. Come get wrecked, please. You know you wanna. And here we go. Now we got what? We got 5 minutes, about 5 minutes left for waves 8 and 9, which is cutting it a tiny bit close, I think, to be honest. Let's go ahead and finish that brimstone that we wanted down here, just to get a little bit more upfront damage. We got gnolls once more, and we've got multiples coming here. So let's just let them line up all nice for us. Actually, it doesn't look like they're going to. They're not going to cooperate with the lining up. At times, you can get gnolls to line up perfectly, where you can just headshot through them with the stone staff, which pierces, and you get to headshot all the gnolls down the stairs, and that's just cool as hell. So we do want to keep an eye out, though. There will be more gnolls, there's no doubt. Here comes another one now, and we're just going to keep on shooting into the kill box. Now, I don't want to stall and waste any more time. I got pushed several times on this particular run, and every time you get pushed, it eats away at your part-time a little bit more. So with that in mind, I am just going to stay back here and shoot. A barricade's got chewed up. We actually lost one, so let's run down. Oh no, we got another grenadier. I didn't see that one. Let's go ahead and come back up, deal with the grenadier. Grenadiers are going to take the priority. We do have a barricade down there that's completely missing now, though, but we've got that cushion. So that is why we did it, no doubt. So let's just go ahead and back it up. We'll let things come through. I'm going to drop the jar, but I'm going to drop it way back here. I don't want anything at the front of the kill box getting feared out of it. As, you know, our part-time is burning super quick. We've only got 3 minutes left. And there is still a lot of enemies on the mini-map. You see, they're still coming all the way up from the spawns. So we got a little ways to go here. So let's just keep on roughing them up. Just going to let them run into the kill box, so there's no reason for me to get down there and fear them around. I don't want to CC them. I just want them to go through the kill box. There's more than enough there to kill everything now, so I just want everything good and dead. So we're at, what, 2 minutes and 50 seconds? 2 minutes and 40 seconds? We're actually going to end this wave with not a whole ton of time left. Oh, man. This is getting a little bit close on the part-time, and that's those pushes. So the more you can avoid those big pushes, the better off you're going to be. We got 2.5 minutes left, which is going to be tight, y'all. It is going to be tight. Let's drop a little bit more brimstone up front to help us out. We can go with, what? Another tar trap there. Brimstone, tar, brimstone. We might as well just close the deal down here with another zappy zap. I don't think that is going to get any use whatsoever. So you see, here comes Mr. Yellow Diamond, and we got some Gnoll Grenadier action coming our way. There is Gnoll Hunters right behind this Grenadier, so we got to be ready to deal with them, y'all. No shortage of Gnolls on this one. We got another Hunter coming, and another Grenadier just spawned. I'm just going to assume the position right here and just keep on dealing with them. Mr. Grenadier is coming our way. And we've got more. There's more Gnoll Hunters behind. It looks like there's 2 more Gnoll Hunters. I don't think there's another Grenadier, though. Oh, there's even another Gnoll Hunter. There's Gnoll Hunters at the what. So let's go ahead and drop a little fear right here at the end of the kill box. And then, you know what? I may just pop my trap reset trinket in the middle of it. Let's see if we can't line them up for those double headshots. They actually died too quick. Let's see, we got a lot of enemies in the kill box now. Let's go ahead and give them the trap reset trinket. Let's wait for that armored ogre to get in a little further, though. Armored ogre is in. Actually, we got a fire elemental there now, too. I think I'm just going to wait until the fire elemental pops. so Fire Elemental popped. Let's go ahead and zap it now. That Armor Ogre just melted. And we're down to 40 seconds. Oh man, this is going to be tight. This is going to be really tight. And it comes down to, once again, just getting pushed. Since I got pushed, we're eating the part-time up. You can normally finish it pretty safely with about 30 seconds left. It looks like we are going to be right down to the wire on this one, though. So there's still the Fire Elemental, plus there's a Fire Fiend right behind it. So, yeah, that was a little rough. So only 22 seconds left. You could have probably had 10 or 15 seconds. However, you get pushed, but we got a 5-skull win in the Colosseum, and it's after the Saw Blade Launcher and Ceiling Laser update. So thank you all so much for watching. I will be back soon with some more Orcs Must Die 3. I just love this game. Thanks again, y'all, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.